And staying with this, in fact, from Udupi to Belagavi to Shivamoga, the hijab versus saffron shawl fight continues to simmer in the state of Karnataka. A massive protest erupted between students wearing saffron shawls and hijabs outside the MGM College in Udupi ahead of the High Court hearing. This resumed just now. The students were seen wearing hijabs and another group of students wearing saffron stoles, headgears, raising slogans outside the college campus. Following the protest, MGM College in Udupi has declared a holiday till further orders. Meanwhile, the controversy turned violent in Bagalkot as incidents of stone pelting and lathi charge were reported in the state of pre-university colleges. The situation got so out of hand that the national flag was replaced by a saffron flag in Shivamoga.
कल प्रिंसिपल ने बोला था कि कोई भी हिजाब पहन के क्लास में या कॉलेज में नहीं आएगा बोल के, बट आज सब हिजाब पहन के क्लास में आकर क्लास उनको छोड़ रहे हैं, बट हमको अंदर आने को नहीं छोड़ रहे। इसके लिए हम इधर से आ गए अंदर प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं। सो इक्वालिटी चाहिए हमको।
We cannot give up. This is something else. This is something else. Hijab, this is not a piece of cloth. For them it is like a piece of, but this is something else. We cannot just give up. We are not ready to give up.
They didn't allow us to write exam, practical exam. I had practical exam. They said to get out without wearing scarf. You have to come inside. Exam today morning from 9 to 10:45. They said me to get out without wearing. You have to come without wearing the scarf. That to annual practical exam. Why they are doing like that?
These students, what they are creating a nuisance over here, we are not able to attend our regular classes. Because of them, we are having the leave now. We have come for the college for the sake of education. We are nobody over here to provoke our religion. We have not come to the college to say that we are Hindu, we are Muslim, we are Christian. Everyone are equal in front of law and justice. So everybody needs a equal rule.
Now, tension is speaking. Opposition leaders are now demanding that colleges be shut down till this controversy dies down. While Chief Minister Bommai has appealed for peace and has requested the protesting students to wait for the High Court's order.
ಕಾನೂನು ಸುವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ವಿಚಾರ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಕೂಡಲೇ PUC ತರಗತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಪದವಿ ತರಗತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುಯೇಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತರಗತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒತ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
All the concerned people should keep peace and let the children do their education and studies. Exams are also coming. I appeal for all the people to keep peace, and the matter is coming before the High Court today. Let's wait for it.
ये भारत है, सर्वधर्म समभाव के आधार पर चलेगा, न कि इस्लामिक स्टेट भारत को बनाने की कोशिश करने वालों की मानसिकता हम पूरा नहीं होने देंगे। और इसीलिए विपक्ष में कल कुछ लोगों ने इस तरह का प्रश्न उठाया और ये कभी पूरा नहीं होगा। भारत रहेगा, भारत पाकिस्तान नहीं बनेगा।
कि स्कूल हो या कॉलेज हो, पढ़ने के लिए आए, ना कि अपने धर्म का प्रचार करने के लिए आए। तो इससे आपको तकलीफ क्यों? अगर आपको तकलीफ है तो अपना स्कूल कॉलेज अलग से बनवा लें। आप लोगों के ऑलरेडी कई मदरसे हैं, मदरसों में पढ़ा लें। स्कूल में आकर हिंदू और मुसलमान करने की आवश्यकता आप लोगों को नहीं है।
Well, one of the most defining images of today has been that of a single burqa-clad girl being heckled by right-wing fringe group chanting Jai Shri Ram. The girl, Muskan, can be seen walking alone and she's surrounded by men wearing saffron shawls. Take a look at what she does. Earlier, my colleague Akshita spoke with Muskan, who was heckled by right-wing in Mandya and Karnataka. Just take a look.
I want you to first tell us exactly what happened with you when you were trying to make your way into your college.
Exactly what happened is I was just coming for college to just give an assignment. They were not allowing me to go inside just because I was wearing burkha. They were telling me to remove burkha and go inside. And I came, and then again they started Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, and I was just passing. Again, a lot of boys were standing, and also they were from outsiders and also from our college also. But our principal and every the lectures has supported me, and they started giving us slogans like Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, and they were telling me to remove burkha, then you are allowed to go for college and all. So even I started screaming Allahu Akbar. That's it.
You know, I saw that play out, Muskan. If you see the video, there are so many of them around you. As you mentioned, you know, the college teachers also came to your rescue. They took you away, ushered you safely into the college. What did you think then? I saw how you boldly responded, but were you feeling scared when you saw those men approaching you?
Lots of boys were standing and they were just screaming and coming back of me. And they were showing the fingers like something and all. So I was a little bit scared there. And then when I saw the principals, everyone was just back of me, then I was okay.
Who are these people, Muskan? Are they students from the college, or are they outsiders?
They are students, and from our college itself, a lot of students, they were wearing this orange something, and they were telling if they don't remove the burkha, even we don't remove this.
Hearing is underway in Karnataka High Court on this hijab controversy amid protests versus protests between students wearing hijab and those with saffron shawls outside the MGM College campus in Udupi. Justice Krishna Dixit said that the case should be run by facts, the law, and what the Constitution says, and that the Attorney General must keep emotions aside. Senior Advocate Devdutt Kamath, appearing for the petitioner, said wearing headscarf is an essential part of Muslim culture and that the state has no right to issue an order on the dress code. Meanwhile, the judge has said that the holy scriptures of the Quran were cited. The authenticity of the copy submitted before the court must be verified. Arguments are underway in the Karnataka High Court in this matter. Nolan continues to be with us. Nolan, do get us up to speed with the developments in court, even as the government has asked both sides to patiently hear it out also. How is the government now planning to go about bringing the situation under control, given that this has gone far beyond some random protests or some protests here and there, spontaneous ones in one or two colleges, isn't it?
Well, in fact, the government is now dealing with students over here. So unlike normal protests where you have grown-ups over there and where the police can actually, use their lathis, over here, you're talking about students. So they have to be extremely careful. The only place that they actually used lathis this morning was in Bagalkot. It was not students. In fact, they were supporters of a political party or activists from a particular community. Now, what the government is doing is basically utilizing the services of principals, college authorities, staff over there, the ones that these students have a relationship with. Students in India do respect their teachers, and that's what the government is doing, asking the teachers, asking the lecturers to talk to them, to understand what is the problem, explain to them that, listen, there's a case which is going on over here. One, you cannot enter your class if you're wearing a hijab or if you're wearing a saffron shawl. Two, let the Karnataka High Court, which is looking into this particular case, now come out with its order. You have the petitioner's advocate, you have the Advocate General discussing, debating this particular issue. So let's not take law and order into our own hands. Let's not continue with this protest. While all this was happening, the education department also, we must remember, it's your pre-university, 11, 12 students who are actually now protesting. The pre-university department has also come out with a timetable for the exams. It starts on the 16th of April. Mathematics is one of their first papers over there. So it would be really wise and better for the students to stop this protest because their exams are due in the next 2 odd months. Now, while all this is happening, in the Karnataka High Court, the advocate's petitioner is actually talking about what the Karnataka government has been stating for a long time, the judgment of the Kerala High Court. So he's been debating, saying that this was with regard to a minority institution over there. A minority institution has different rights when compared to a government or a secular institution. So the debate is actually going on that particular issue as of now.
All right, Nolan, thanks for getting us up to speed with those developments. We'll, of course, keep coming back to you for more on that story. Meanwhile, my colleague Akshita Nandgopal spoke with Karnataka Education Minister B.C. Nagesh over this matter.
So what's been playing out over the last few hours in Karnataka is extremely worrying, because in many college campuses now, protests have broken out. You've got students turning up in hijab, some others in saffron shawls. What is the government doing to address this problem, reassure students and ensure that education of these students doesn't suffer?
Yeah, definitely what you are saying is right, madam. Unnecessary, some few miscreants have started disturbing the atmosphere. It was only an issue of one college in Udupi. Even as we know that there are 9 PU colleges in Udupi, it was a small incident of 6 girls who wanted to put their hijab and come to the classes. But according to the Karnataka Education Act and Rule 11, no student can come inside the school without uniform. So when the principals insisted that they should follow the rule of the school, they protested, and they were protesting only in Udupi. They protested, and our departmental staff and even the honorable MLA of that area tried to convince the students, and they were about to be convinced. And initially there were 10 to 12 students who wanted to put hijab, but immediately when our MLA convinced them, all students came to the classes with uniform prescribed by that college. But only 6 students were protesting. But in first week of February, when some political forces intervened in issue,
one side Akshita, one side Nagesh. Mr. Nagesh, who are these political elements you're referring to?
Yeah, it was, I heard that, and I read in some newspaper and some report that one CPI and PFI, which is a student organization of PFI, is involved in this. Initially they had been involved, but they found they were not successful. They were unable to convince the student. As I said, out of the 9 colleges, only 6 students of one college were demanding this, and all other colleges where hundreds of that particular community girls are studying, all followed the uniform and the discipline of the school.